it's me again, Alona, and I'm here to help many students again and many educators who really struggle with writing term papers or doing presentation or doing oral presentation. So I want to talk about presentation, okay? Because when we were still before the pandemic, when we were doing oral presentation in the classroom, or if we want to discuss some certain topic that the teacher assigned to the students, there are so many strugglers talaga. Marami talaga mga estudyante na nanginginig, kinakabahan, don't know what to do when it comes to oral presentation. Parang ito talaga yung true test talaga ng totality ng physical, emotional, personality ng isang estudyante when it comes to oral presentation. Kasi you're there, standing in front of your class, in front of your classmates and your teachers, and you are presenting something that will, you're trying to get your teachers or your classmates' attention to get the message that you're trying to convey pag nagpe-present ka. So, ito yung kalimitan talagang weaknesses. Isa sa mga weaknesses ng estudyante na napi-fail when they failed to present in front of their class or of the teacher. Okay. I'm going to share you some good tips that will help you succeed in the future when we're gonna become back to normal, when they're gonna be in classroom presentation after this pandemic. So, I will share you some tips para you're gonna be prepared, okay? Even when you're doing online teaching, online learning, there comes a times that you're gonna be presenting when you're doing chat rooms, you're gonna be talking about some topics that probably one of the ways on how you can express your own ideas. So ito yun ang best strategy din na pwedeng gamitin ng mga teachers on how they can just promote good confidence for the students. So ito yung isi-share ko sa inyo. When it comes to presenting in the classroom or even virtually, you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared. Dahil kalimitan kasi kung bakit hindi nervyos, naging na-stress, or talagang speechless yung estudyante na dapat sana mag-present really good in the front, they fail because their lack of preparation. Yun talaga ang pinaka-best talaga na step na gagawin mo to make sure that you're gonna do good when you're presenting a certain topic. Preparation. And preparation means you are going to prepare from your introduction to the body of your presentation, and then to the conclusion of your presentation, as well as to the recommendation or suggestions in your presentation. Paano mo ba makukuha attention ng mga audience mo? I'm gonna tell you something. I don't like boring speakers. Believe me. I've been to so many conferences, workshops in my profession, at work, when I was a student. I just don't like boring speakers. I just sometimes just want to fall asleep, sleep there, close my eyes, and then when the person is done, I woke up, open my eyes. Believe me, there's no such thing interesting listening to somebody talking or sharing that you cannot get the attention of your audience. You need to get that impact to get the interest of your audience. On how you're gonna do that? Being prepared. Again, I'm gonna go to being prepared. Prepared means that you have the resources that you need. You have the information that you need to convey to your audience. Okay? Give a good impact. Okay? Huwag kang gumamit ng information na over and over ginagamit ng iba unless you really need it. Kasi pag lagi na lang yun na yun yung ginagamit mong information, boring ang dating. You need to be creative too. Meaning, you need to think outside the box. Let's say, may nakukuha kang ideas from a reliable source. You can twist it, you can improvise it to make it your own. Hindi yung porket nakita mo yun, nabasa mo yun, you just copy what you have. You need to be creative because creativity will really make you a really good presenter. I'll tell you something. When I'm presenting, because when I was studying here in Western country, there was so much pressure for Asian students because, again, for the language barrier. During my first year when I was in school, I feel really intimidated. I feel being discriminated because of because I'm Asian. There were times that I was so afraid to talk for oral participation because I was so concerned that people are gonna be laughing at me because of my accent. But then I tried to develop it and make sure that I blend in. Yun ang pinaka-importante eh. When you're a student, every school you're gonna go, you need to blend in a good way, okay? Not blending in some bad way. Blend in para makukuha mo kung ano yung ways ng iba na it can help you grow. So what I did, because I struggle with that kind of anxiousness and anxiety when I'm doing presentation. One day, the teacher were asking us to do an oral presentation, right on the spot. And nobody raised their hands, talaga. I think we were 28 in the classroom. So what I did, just to get rid of that anxiousness or insecurity in me, because I'm an Asian student, I raised my hand. I stood there, and I knew I was prepared, because I have this feeling that there will be oral presentation, blah, 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 for that course. I stood there, and I was just there, just myself. I stood there, I explained what I learned, I explained what I think is what I believe the best way that I can learn, and guess what? I was so happy that my teacher was so impressed with my performance, my classmates were so impressed, and they congratulated me. They feel insecure instead, because they're the one who are English-speaking students, and yet they didn't have that nerve to stand there and present. So it's a matter on your confidence. You cannot really say na sa lahat ng bagay, sa lahat ng panahon, alam mo. But there are always lots of ways who you can dig something, learn something, and that knowledge that you gain will help you to be confident. Confidence, self-confidence is very important when you're doing presentation. If you have poor self-confidence, you need to boost that. And how are you gonna boost it? Meaning, learn more, read more, and impress people more. Because if you say, I'm really weak, I am really not that good in the class, I don't know this, I don't know this, well, you're gonna be forever saying that if you don't do something about it. But kung may matyaga ka, magbasa, maghanap ng paraan, how to boost that self-confidence you have. Ang knowledge kasi, you cannot replace it. Your knowledge cannot be replaced. Okay? But it can be improved. So kung ma-improve mo yung knowledge mo, it also boosts your self-esteem, your self-confidence. So for me, walang taong bobo kung talagang matyaga lang, kung talagang masipag, kung talagang maging aware kung ano nangyayari sa paligid niya, and have really good outlook in life. So, payo ko sa mga estudyante, alam kong very pressured talaga sa inyo minsan pag tinatawag kayo ng teacher nyo. You know what I tell my son when he was in high school? Kasi ang son ko medyo mahiyain konti. I told him, you know what, you are not going to school just to sit there every day and don't say anything. If you know something and if you want to say it, say it. Raise your hand, say what you want to say, because that's how learning is. Hindi yung nakaupo ka lang dyan and you don't care about participating. That's how you're gonna gain confidence. That's how you're gonna boost your self-esteem. That's how you're gonna increase your knowledge. And that's how you are going to prepare yourself for the future, because the time comes, kayong mga batang estudyante, the time comes when you're gonna be working someday, you're gonna have a turn to talk, to express your ideas sa boss nyo, sa mga co-workers nyo. And you need to learn it now as early as you can. So I hope you learned something, that it is possible to gain more knowledge, to boost that self-esteem, and present your paper or your term paper and impress your audience. Okay, bye for now. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'll have more videos to come. And you can ask me questions, put your comments in there, and please like this video and follow me. Thanks again and have a really nice day.